Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be playing some Dyson Sphere Program. New game, early access, just came out on Thursday in early access. Today is Saturday, so it's only been out a couple days. I've got, I don't know, 10, 15 hours into this game so far. But we're going to go ahead and start a new game and go through and show you guys what you can do. Right now, there's not a lot of things you can do in your settings. You can change your video and audio, obviously. Change a little bit about your gameplay, how often it saves, some of your sensitivities. You cannot adjust your control keys yet. That is on their radar, and they're going to be doing that. You can change your language between English and Chinese. And you're going to turn on and off tips. That's about it. So we're going to go ahead and get a new game. First up, you're going to choose your map. I mean, you don't get to see too much. You can't zoom in and see your planet you're going to land on, which is a little annoying because you don't know your starting position and what it looks like until you actually start the game. This map's a little spread out. Now, you do get to leave your planet and stuff. I like this one. I like having one with a blue giant, one with a red giant. Not that I've been to either yet, but I just think it's cool. So we're going to do this. You can turn up your resource multiplier. This just affects how much resources are in each spot. You can turn it to infinite. I've seen some people do it. Honestly, I set it at 1x and I've never had an issue. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. And you're going to see the intro that you always see and cannot skip. So,
welcome to the actual universe. You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
You will notice some translation Englishes. Yeah, that's a word. Some English translation issues, but that's okay. I mean, we can live with that for now.
Everything here is yours. As one of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere Program, you will explore this cluster step by step. By using the resources here to construct the Dyson Sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development. Now please drive the space capsule to the planet.
It tells you to go ahead and drive it to it, but I can turn this thing around and drive it the other way and it'll still land on this planet. So we tried crashing into that one time and it just warped us back over to this one. So we'll let it go. Couple things to note. As I said, it is early access. It's very early access. It's only 2 days in as of the time of the making of this video.
Now you are about to reach the designated planet.
So there's a lot of things missing. There are no enemies currently. There's no multiplayer, but it's still fun so far. I mean, I've been enjoying it. I actually bought a copy for my son, and he's been enjoying it too. He usually doesn't like these as single player. He prefers them multiplayer, but he's actually been enjoying it pretty well. Now, the first time you play, if you got the tutorials turned on and stuff,
This is Icarus.
it's going to explain what this is. A lot of this stuff is standard. You can right-click on a spot to go to it. You can use your controls here. It says use arrow keys. Arrow keys don't work. So there's a problem with that translation there. It actually says directional keys here, but on the audio it says arrow keys. Arrow keys don't do a darn thing. So, first thing it wants you to do is destroy this.
Right-click.
We'll go ahead and do that.
You can use the same operation to collect resources, such as trees, gravel, etc.
Now, usually I do a little bit more. You can now shift and right-click all of these items. I just wanted to show you what you get out of that. You get a fuel rod, some iron ingots. Oh, let's go in here. E pulls up your inventory. Get some fuel rod, some iron ingots, some magnets, and some copper ingots. But you'd think you get a lot more than that out of a spaceship, but that's okay. It's a video game. So we're going to shift right click and we're going to go through and destroy a bunch of plants and trees. What you use these for is, honestly, it's power. It's to power
you. Can hold down mouse middle button drag to rotate the angle of view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
So it's talking now about the right or the mouse button. You hold down your middle mouse button, use your scroll wheel, and drag around. You can look around. If you scroll wheel in and out, this is actually a good starting spot. I'll show you here in a second what I look for in starting spots. There's one thing missing. Oh, nope, that's right over there. I've got everything I need in a starting location right here, so I'm happy about that.
Yet you have not unlocked the construction menu, which will be done automatically when complete any technology research. Click the technology tree button at the bottom.
Oh yeah, there's another.
To open
Automatically
the
when
tree
complete
and
any.
activate a research.
There should be a U in there when you complete any technology, but that's okay. Again, there's some translation issues that they're working on. So there's a couple things I look for. I go ahead and close out these tutorials because they just annoy me on the pop-up there. I want iron. So there's a good vein of iron there. It has 413k of that one. There's 500k here. There's some copper here. I'd prefer a little bit more. That's only 200k. There's a bunch of stone right over here, which I need. And there's coal right here, which I'm going to need eventually. There's more stone right over this way. And it looks like, nope. Oh yeah, I see more copper over that way. I see more iron over this way. I see more coal. So yeah, this is a pretty good starting location. I like this. I can work with it. Is it perfect? No, nothing's ever perfect. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is get in your tech tree. Your tech tree is pretty big in this one. It's not as big as I was hoping for when I was reading about it. But then you go look at upgrades. And if you talk about upgrades, there's a lot more in there that's be considered part of your tech tree. Some of the things in here, I mean, you eventually get your speed really increased. Your inventory capacity goes way up. How many drones you control that fly around your drones do all your building. How much fuel you can hold. How fast your drones go. Where you can fly to and warp to. Some solar sails. See, a lot of this stuff I haven't even unlocked yet, so I'm not going to worry about. There's logistic carriers that can fly your stuff around. I want to get these. I got to wait till I even get... There's more stuff I need. But so we're going to start off right here with electromagnetism. It just needs some of your magnetic coils. The game starts you with everything you need to do this. So you can either click here for your tech tree, or you can push T's, which is what I did. Same thing with your building. You can click here, or you can push F. So I need some magnetic coils. I need 10 of them. This makes 2 at a time using 2 magnets and 1 copper. I currently have 10 magnets, so I can make 5. Which actually makes 10 because it makes 2 each. So now it shows you I'm out of magnets and I can't make any more either. One real nice thing I like about this. Good example, when I'm on the magnetic coils, it says I need magnets. If I click here, it goes to it. So if I'm over on a building and I need something that I don't have, I can click that in the bar down below instead of searching all over my tree for it. Okay, so we just got the first thing built, and I closed it on accident.
You have created a mining
and it tells
to
us.
achieve ore collecting automation.
So again, there's 2 ways, and it's trying to explain this here.
Of construction menu to build it.
You can either go into your inventory and click the mining machine that it automatically gives you on most of your technologies when you research, give you 1 item free. So you can either go in here and click it, or you can go to your menu down here and click it, or you can actually, and I like how they did this menu. You push 1 to get to the first menu, 2 to get to the second menu, and then you use your function keys to get the upper menu. So we're going to go F1. Now, the more it covers here,
use the R key to rotate the mining
the
machine
more
for
it
covering
mines,
more
but at the
veins.
same point, I don't
more
want to
veins
leave
covered,
like a vein
the
out.
faster the
So I'm
ores
going
will
to
be
try,
built.
I'm going to do,
If you want to ignore grid snapping, try
I'm
holding
going to do
down the
this
shift
one right here. Let's see, because I want to hit this edge piece. I guess I can do right there. Yep. So that's going to get me 5 spots, but if I go in 1 more, it's not. So I'm going to go right there to get that, to get all those pieces. So my little bot goes over and makes it, and it says, oh no, you don't have power. We're going to go into here. First thing I'm going to put down is this. It's called a Tesla tower. This is like a power pole. It provides power to all that. Then I'm going to
You have
build
done
a
building
wind
the first
generator,
power transmission facility.
and you see the line, so I can see how far away I
You
can
carry
make
out
it. So
short
I'm going to
distance
go over
wireless
here.
power transmission and expand the power supply area.
There's my wind generator. You can click on any of your power poles to see how much power you're given. It's given me...
Wind turbine. You have established
I'm
your
generating
first power
300 kilowatts,
All power facilities
but
as its
everything
power
wants
supply area.
420.
Use the Tesla tower to extend the area of
So
power.
I'm not even satisfied. I'm not giving enough yet. So eventually I definitely need more wind turbines, which is fine. This is going to go ahead and mine stuff. If you notice, it mines really fast. I'll show you. That got 50 in that time. If I come over here and manually mine this, I get it a lot slower. See, I can watch it here. It's doing it probably about double the speed I get, or more. So we're just going to go ahead and click this. The next thing we want to research, and this unlocked more research stuff. You notice my upgrades is flashing because now I actually have a few upgrades I can do, which I don't know why it unlocked this one because I don't have either of those yet unlocked. But we can come up here and do a mecha core, which gives me more energy. And that's pretty much the only one I can do right now. We're going to wait on that just a little bit. The next thing I want to unlock is my logistics system. This is your belts, your sorters, and storage. We're going to grab that one, and then you can queue up multiple. So the next one I want is my smelting. I want to turn it into bars and stuff on its own. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. Any of the ones that don't require this blue research, I'm going to go ahead and grab, because I can manually create the blue research too, but these just require some items to be built. We're going to go ahead and grab that. Now we'll show you. You got right here, tells you what you need to make. I need to make these two things. So I go back into my research, I grab this, and it says I need 10 of them. Now I can either click this 10 times, or I've got this plus and minus here. I can just go up to here and do 10 of them. Now this one, I need copper. I still have 5 copper, so I should still have enough to make 10 of those. So that'll help with that. And again, I'm going to click this. I'm going to grab these. Then I'm going to come over here because I ran out of copper. I'm going to manually mine some copper for a little bit while everything else is building. And if you notice my power, this is my current power of my unit I'm in. It's going way down. You can push C or click this mecha panel, and if you shift there, here's where an interesting one. Shift click, control click, regular click. Regular click just grabs an item, a stack of items. Right click grabs half a stack. Shift click will actually move a stack. Control click will move everything of that type. So if I had, I'll show you. Yeah, if I control click on this log, it'll move both stacks of it. Anyway, so all this is doing, it's just recharging my mech. For right now, that's the only way I have to recharge it. So eventually here, we're going to build these into storage and all that. But for right now, some people like putting the raw stuff into a storage. I don't usually do that. I'm used to Factorio, and I just like automating the stuff from the beginning. So we're going to go into that here soon. We need 10 more of these, and 10 more of these to do our next research. And then I'm going to, if I push 3, I get to my conveyor belts.
When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do is...
So one thing, for those of you that are used to Factorio or any of those, you're used to a lot of straight lines. You're used to grids that make sense. If you look at it, my grid lines don't line up. I can zoom in and you can see my grid lines here do not line up. Why? Because we're on a planet. We're not on a flat 2D surface. We're actually on a sphere. So if I zoom out, that will let me. Into my map
Mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag.
You
Rotate the
see,
angle of
there's
the
my
wheel
North
and
Pole,
hold
there's
down
my
the
South
right
Pole.
mouse button.
As you
Drag
get
to lower
closer
angle of
to
view.
one of the poles,
Press N key to point to the front to the North
it's
Pole.
going to adjust
In the planet
your
view mode, slide the mouse wheel to
route,
enter the
your
star map.
layout here. So if you notice, I built this right on the edge. So if you notice, it bounces over there. Does it affect much? Not a lot, but it does affect some things. Oh, good research. That's what I wanted. So in this case, if I tried building this way, right here, it's going to work just fine. But if I do it off at one of these others over here a little bit, it's going to go a little bit strange the way it did here. You can see it's got a little curve to it as it jumped there. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to build our little miners. Or our miners, our
You built a
smelters.
smelter, which can smelt basic materials, such as iron ingots.
Now, if you notice, we don't have power to these two. That's because they're outside of the range of the Tesla tower. So, another thing I like in this game, if I go here and look at my Tesla tower, oh shoot, I don't have any. I can either press F to open my replicator, go find them, all this stuff. Or I can do F1 twice. Or I can double click on it with my mouse and it pops up and it takes me right to the Tesla tower. So for now, we're just going to build two of them to get a couple going, but we're also going to build two more wind turbines. When you start off, wind turbines are your only power. Before I'm done with my first area, I'm probably going to have 20, 30 wind turbines because they don't give me a lot of power. Later on, when we get to some other planets, there will be some better ones for wind and some better ones for solar and all of that stuff. From what I've heard, I don't know. I haven't done a lot of that yet. So, unlike Factorio, in Factorio, if I just went ahead and moved this into the smelter, it says, oh, you move that into the smelter, it's this type, it needs to make this. In this case, the smelter can make multiple things out of one type of thing. So, out of iron ingots, it can or iron ore, it can either make an iron ingot or it can make a magnet. Out of stone, it can either make glass or stone. Out of stone ore, I guess it's called. Anyway, it can. Out of stone ore.
You can use the less than key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key.
Some of these hints actually really help, and I'll show you this one here. Once I choose that I want the ingot here, I can use my less than key and then push my greater than key on both of these and it'll copy it. We're going to go in here, and this one uses these sorters. It's like a grabber in Factorio.
It will automatically
and so we're going to go ahead and grab these. Now, one thing, the sorters, if you push tab on them, oh no, not in here. You push, but at certain times when you're in, you see it flashing here, but you can actually, all sorters have a filter built into them. But the reason these are flashing is because, well, I don't have enough power. It's saying we need 1.55 megawatts to run everything, and I've only got 300 kilowatts. So I'm only giving 20% power. Now, they still work. They don't just shut down. They just don't work as fast. It's only getting 20% power. So we're going to give it a little bit more power. It's still not enough. But you got to separate your wind a little bit, and it'll actually won't let you build them too close, which is a good thing. There, now we got a little bit more power. We got 900 and we need 1.5 megawatts, so we're still a little short. So we'll definitely build a few more of these. I usually like building them in stacks of 5. 5 because 5's an even number. Well, not an even number, but you get it. It's a good multiple. So we also need to build more of these. Oh, we need more copper. Because we need to be able to pull the iron out of those. We'll come over here, grab a little bit more copper, so we can build a few more of these guys. We'll be automating that here too in a little bit. The other thing I like doing on these is, oh, I thought it pre-built one of these. I thought it had pre-built me one of the. So that's what I was saying earlier. Usually it gives you a free one. Like it gave me 3 free smelters when I designed the smelters. Or when I researched it. But it didn't give me any of the free storage when I researched it. So that's what I was saying is usually it'll give you a free one, but not always. Oh, I need more stone. Alright, we're going to run over to our stone spot here. And I'm just going to do this. I'm going to grab this. Get rid of some of these little stone piles. And when it's done with that, I'll grab the... So some of this stuff is a little boring until you get it going, but you know, there we go. We got 60 stone. You cannot fly to start off with. You can jump. Jump isn't very useful unless you're trying to weave through tight areas. Sometimes, you know, like those work. Usually you can walk through most areas, but I see I can jump up and over there. All right. So let's go back to this. Oh, we're running low on. Yep. I gotta make more of these too. I gotta make a little bit more of everything here. But when I'm building these guys, I like doing in stacks of 10. It makes 3 at a time. But it just uses these iron, and I have a lot of iron. So I'll go ahead and make 150 at a time. So we're going to come down to there. Then we're going to... I forgot I needed that. So we'll rebuild these. And we're going to grab all of the our finished ingots out of here. We're going to put them on this belt. And look at that. We have automation running. Coming. Mining. Smelting. And pretty soon storing. There we go. The one thing I really like about the storage, you can stack them. Default is to stack it twice, which is perfect for me. We're going to go ahead and do that. Then we're going to run this in there.
Automatically stock the cargo.
And there we go. Now we have it being made, being turned into iron ingots, and being put in here. One thing I like doing, because the initial sorters are slow, is I will run a second sorter in here. So it helps clear that belt off, which keeps these guys running. So we're having power issues again, of course. We still never built up more power, so we're going to go over here. We built those 5 more Tesla or wind turbines. So I like finding an area like this where there's not a lot of stuff that I need to worry about to build my little wind turbine farm. And I can go out here and build one. Maybe that one won't connect at that distance. Alright, we'll just build another one there. It will not let you build in water right now. Later on, you can build foundations and you can build in water. There we go. Now we've got enough power to satisfy, and our load's at 53% instead of 120%. So you will see, as we just hit the day-night cycle, there are no lights you can add in the game yet. So some areas look pretty dark eventually when it gets to real night. I like that you actually see the planets and stuff turning. That's pretty cool. The stars, these are actually part of the game. If you look, see, I can actually fly to these later. That's pretty cool. I like that effect. Anyway, so we're going to go to our next crafting area thing, which we got to build. We're going to need at least 2 more of these. We're gonna need more of these. We're gonna need a lot more of this eventually here. We're definitely gonna need more power though, so let's build some more power. Now one thing here is I can't build any more of these. Why? It says, oh, I can build some, but I can't build enough. Why? Because magnets are built by this iron ore. But right now, all of my iron ore that I'm pulling out is going to make ingots. So I'm just going to come in here and grab some of the iron ore. This is also why I built 2 of the grabbers, is I'll put a second one over here and run the magnets on a line also here. Oh yeah, I gotta finish my research. See, this is one thing I keep forgetting to do. You got all these things going on. You gotta build to advance. You got your research going on. Pretty soon, I'll actually, once you get into the blue and red and other colored researches, you do it in research labs that you build. All right, now let's see. Did I get... Yep, I got 2 of these. So we're going to go ahead and put... Try to see how much... The more of these you cover, the more you grab out at a time. We're going to do it right there. That's 5. That's enough. Again, no power. So we run a power pole over here. We're going to need to pull it out of this. And down a line. I guesstimate the size of the line still, because, oh, I forgot to build more of these guys. The other thing I really like is it actually saves, so it knows that every time I build the storage tanks, I want to build 4 at a time. Every time I build my smelters, I want to build 3 at a time. Every time I build my mining machine, I only want to build 1 at a time. You know, these guys 5 at a time. It already knows that because of how I set it, so I don't have to reset it every time. While we're waiting for this stuff to build, we're going to come up here and get some more power, because you can never have too much power. I like keeping my power use around 50% of what I generate. So you can always click on one of these. Right now I'm at 42%. Because that way I always have room to grow. I can keep growing my factory without always having to constantly go, oh shoot, do I need power right now? I pretty much know I can double it at any time. So one of the things I'm going to do right now, I think, oh, these aren't done yet. Once these are done, I need, what, 10 of these and 10 of these. And you notice, as soon as I clicked it, it already had 10, because 5 of these, 5 production makes 10. 10 times makes 10. So I had already set that up, so I didn't need to worry about that. And once these are made, then I'm going to have my next research, which you can always push T and it'll show you what you're researching next. So we got these guys built. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 of those. With our power, with that. This is just a little long. Oh. Something else I forgot I needed. Need more of these guys. Actually, I usually bump these up to 10 at a time, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Tell these guys what they're making. You guys each can make this. So I can click the copy here, and then I can come in here and click paste, or I can just mouse over it and push the button. So I just made my first assembly machine. Assembly machines turn a product into a different product. They're not smelting that turn the ore into the base product. They will take these iron ingots, or in this case copper ingots, and these ones iron ingots. And a good example is I can turn all of the iron ingots into gears, or I can turn iron and copper into circuit boards. I can turn magnets and copper into magnetic coils. And I'll be doing that here in just a little bit as I work on constructing stuff. But for right now, we're going to continue getting everything going. Now, you will find a lot of people do everything numbers wise. If you look at this, you can actually tell this is coming out at 150 per minute. This guy does 60 per minute. This guy's 60 per minute. This one's 60 per minute. These belts transport at a certain per minute. I could probably click on one of these and actually see, yeah, when I'm out of this mode. These transport 6 cargo per second. So, you will see people do a lot of math to figure out your exact best ratios, and you know what? That's not me. I'm a math guy, but that just seems like work. If I want to work, I'll go to work. I'm here to play a game, so you won't see me do a lot. I will do a little bit sometimes in some of the games, but I won't do a lot. And what I meant by that, so like this guy here is doing 150 a minute, but these guys are each taking 60, so that's 180 per minute. So you'll see these two are always full. This one gets this little yellow dot every once in a while. The yellow dot is saying, hey, it's out of materials. It's out of materials. It's out of material. Because this guy isn't producing 180, so this one here is just getting the leftovers. But that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. You'll get people, though, that will make sure that this belt's getting 180 per minute to satisfy these guys at 180 per minute, and that's just not me. And we have the same issue over here. This guy here, well, in this case, it's a little different. This one here has too much product right now because of how the stacking's working here. It's currently not stacking them fast enough in here. But eventually it'll start looking like this one here once everything starts catching up. Anyway, so for right now, I've got those. This is the start of my base. We're 30 minutes in. Usually I have this done a lot faster because I'm not talking while I'm doing it. But we're 30 minutes in, and I've built the start of my base. The next piece, we're going to continue this a little bit longer, though. We're going to go ahead over here, and we're going to build the next piece, which we talked about a little bit earlier. You know, and I can do it just this way here, too. Holy cow, look at all the ones that would grab. Nope. I'm just going to do it right here. I'm not too concerned about grabbing every ore out of here right now. This is our starting one. So we need power. Oh, I gotta build more of these. Oh, we're short on stuff. Okay. This again is where I come over here. You can shift click these to grab a couple of them. I'm gonna grab. Oh, nope, we're using all of this. So I gotta actually grab. Because I need the iron ore to make the magnets, to make the stuff to connect to this, to give it power, to then make the magnets. It's a big circular loop. So I have enough to make some for now, which is all I need. So we're going to go over here. We're going to make, it actually can make 10. Good. So we'll make 10 of those. We're going to come over here. We're going to grab a stack of copper. Yeah, see, this is starting to back up here. Starting to get some of what we see over here. And again, I can check my power usage. I'm doing okay. I'm a little higher than I want to be, if you notice here. But that's all right. I'll go build some more here in a little bit. Three of those. I still have 4 of those, so I'm good on that. Oh, now it's saying I'm running out of energy again, which I am. So there's another type. I like filling myself with coal, so I'm just going to come over here, find some coal for a second. So everything you do, from mining this coal to building items, takes energy. To recharging your drones that are building items or placing down buildings. All of that takes energy, and all of that comes out of this. Now, there's another thing that gives me at the start. It gives me these guys, these hydrogen fuels, which actually is the best energy to start with. Look at how much power I'm getting out of those. You see, even when I'm mining, this thing's going up really, really fast. Now, the only thing is, I can't make these yet, so I don't want to go through them too quick. We'll just grab some coal. I'll be automating the coal here pretty soon, too. So we got 3 of these running. Can't forget their power. Gotta get them running what they need. Now these guys, the other ones are running the iron ingots, so this one's going to be making magnets. Do our copy paste there. Run this down. Don't forget our storage. Oh, I ran out of those. Need to make some more of those. I guess I was a little bit off by the power. That's okay. I'll run another power right here. F4. There we go. Now we got magnets running. So now's the piece where I start. In Factorio, I'd build this giant belt that people call the bus. You know, I'd build this huge thing with all of my different. I'd run multiple lines of iron, multiple lines of copper, and then this, because we got a new one, I'd probably run lines of this and later iron or steel. But this one, I don't do a lot of that. I do a lot of manual building in this one for now, because I'm still learning it. But I do run a little bit, so we'll do that here. I'm going to go ahead and, just because we got to this point now, whoops. We're going to run this guy. Oh, shoot. There's the problem, is where do I run it? I don't really have a lot of room to run it here. You know what? I'm actually going to do it up here. We got all that space over there, so we'll do that. It's going to be weird, though, because my lines all get messed up again, but that's okay. I don't need it that long. Run it right there. You see these little bots? My drones, that's what's doing the actual building. Every time they come back to me, they have to recharge, and so you'll see my power bouncing as they pop back and recharging. So while that's building, we're going to do the next one, which is this guy here. Now this one, you'll see that one thing you can do here, and I'm going to stop it right here for a second, then I'm going to push the up arrow. What that does is it raises it literally up a level. Oh, I need to build more of them first. I'm short. Something I haven't said in a long time in my life. Because I'm not short. Anyway, I'm short on those for making them. Let's see. So we're going to go over here while we're grabbing stuff. We're going to grab some of this. And while we're waiting for these guys to build, we're going to kick in another... We're going to do 30 of these this time. Of each of them. Because we still got research going on, and I know they'll be used. So we'll go ahead and run these. So I'm going to put, I want the iron ore, or iron bars, iron ingots as they're called in this, on one side of the belt of the copper, and I want the magnet on the other side. So how I'm going to do that, since otherwise they'll both be on the same side if I keep this going, is this. There we go. Is I'm going to push my up arrow, which literally raises it up a level, and then come on this side, push my down arrow, and lower it back down. I know it's a little weird because I'm going to literally run it back along the line here, but that's okay. In Factorio, we could build underground and go underneath the thing. This one you have to build up, and you can go up pretty high. In fact, I saw a video or a picture of somebody that went up so high their own power generators couldn't touch it. So, you know, that was a nice little bug. But again, there's still some bugs in the game. Uh-oh, we're running out of power again. So we're going to go in here, click. This, I'm also going to just do this. I'm going to mine myself some trees real quick here. The power is annoying. Pretty soon I'll have enough research that I'll have more power. I generate power, or I'll get power back faster, and then I'll have power poles that actually charge me too. But until then, I gotta constantly have something in here that powers. There we go. That's good for now. Now you might be wondering, what am I running here? Why am I running it this way? And I will show you because... F1, there it goes. We go right there. We're gonna run this along here. I guess I do need to run these guys a little bit longer. So we'll be doing this here in just a second. We're going to be automating some stuff over here. But while we're waiting for that, it looks like we need more of the coils. We'll go ahead and build some more of those. And yes, right now these little bots that build are pretty slow, but that's okay. There we go. That just unlocked our first actual research item, our blue research. And usually I have that a lot earlier, but I've been chit-chatting with you guys explaining how it works, so that's okay. You'll notice every once in a while you'll see this little soil pile pops up. What that is if you build over a little bump, it removes that bump and brings you the extra soil. That will be used later, because later you get to actually flatten out areas, and you can flatten, you can see right through here actually how this is down a little bit. It's up here and up here, so it flattened out this area through here. And that's where my soil came from. But later on, I could make that differently. I could, adjust it and flatten more areas or raise an area. All right. So now that I got these, we're going to introduce the next piece of it, which was how many more of these do I need? Sorry, I'm doing some math in my head. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and build. I only need one of these for this. One here and one here. Yeah. So what this one's going to be building, our magnetic coils. Oh no, I do need a second one over here. I thought so. I was trying to figure. I was like, don't I need two? Yeah, I do. And I'll show you why here in 1 second. So this one needs magnetic coils, which just needs copper and magnet. Now you see why I ran the magnet here and the copper here, so I can grab them both. So we're going to give it some power. We're going to put the power over here where it's not going to be in the way of anything else. And what this is going to do is we'll go over to here and we will grab copper from there, magnet from there, and that's going to start making them. Now what am I going to do with it? Oh, well, that's easy enough. Well, first of all, we need to make more of those, but I'm just going to drop it in here for right now. And then now this one over here, this one we want to make a circuit board. Oh, why was I thinking I needed these for circuit boards? Never mind, I don't need a second one right now. That's for when I make the next item I'm doing. Okay. So this one here, we're going to make the circuit boards, which, guess what it takes? It takes your copper ingot and an iron ingot. So now you see why I put this one on that side, because then I can grab from, I'm out of them. Then I can grab one from the middle. Now this is a big difference in fact from this to Factorio. In Factorio, one, you could put something on each side of a belt instead of just one line of belts. But you also, your grabbers, you had to use different lengths of them to grab from further distance away. But this one, your guy can actually go, I think it goes 3 away. Yeah, if I go one more, so if I went from here into here, it will work. If I tried going one further, it would not. So if I tried going from here to here, it's too far. So I can go from here into here. Now the difference is it actually slows it down. So like this one here runs at 0.75 trips per second, where this one here runs, oops, I didn't click the right thing here. Order, there we go. Runs at 1.5 trips per second. So I could run 2 of these. I'm not that worried about it. Don't forget to put this guy over here. Take these out. Now you might be wondering, why am I doing this? Well, yes, I use a lot of these for what I'm doing, but if I go into my building thing and I go into my components, look what I need for my electromagnetic matrix. I need those 2 items. So now I can run those 2 items and auto build my science to do my next sets of research. So if I go into my tech tree, most of the stuff I have left, at least at this level, requires this blue science thing. Eventually, some of the things will require some other stuff. I remember where it is. One of these. Maybe these all require sciences now. Oh yeah, they do in here. That's right. It's not on. In my upgrades, some of my future upgrades will require some other stuff. These guys, some of these upgrades I can't do. I still need to do stuff. But so we're gonna now grab this mecha core. It just takes 20 and 20, and we're gonna grab this universe exploration. Love this one. So we're gonna go ahead and build that. That's an automatic one because I already have those items. This one here, we're just gonna go in here. We're gonna grab a stack of these. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna grab a stack of these, and then we're just gonna come in here, and I'll go ahead and build me 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, we'll build 50 of them. Again, this is a manual build. Pretty soon I'll be running these in a matrix, but speaking of matrix, I do want to show you guys one thing about the matrix. This is something that a lot of people have not realized. I'm going to go ahead and just set it over here. So one, you can stack these.
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices. Or
It explains it here, but people just don't read it for some reason.
Super matrices are the source.
Oh yeah, I need more
of the
glass.
center brain for maintaining the home world. You can upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the home world simultaneously.
Yeah, I don't understand a couple of the things they said in that, but we're going to go ahead and grab more stone because I need more glass to make more of these. Okay, the new thing I just unlocked is explaining it, of course.
Click the details display button in the lower right corner of the screen to open real-time distribution details of the ore veins.
We still have to automate our stone. We have to automate coal so I get more power. How am I doing on power anyway? Oh, shoot. I'm running low. Okay. While I'm building stuff, I'm going to go ahead and grab me some more coal, and I'm going to explain a couple things. So, with these matrices, these matrix labs, each one can do two things. It can either create science, or it can research the science. There's so many people I've already seen playing this game that create the science and then manually grab the science out and do their research themselves. Now, that's not a big deal. You just have it in your inventory when you do the research. Just like right now, if I go to this next one, I'd have to have 200 of the matrices in my inventory to research that. Or, you know, I'm just looking at these, see if there's anything else I can do. 100 of that one, which give me another construction drone. Wood, coal, and yep, I don't have that yet. Ooh, that one I could do. That one allows me to flight. That's not a big deal. So we're gonna go down here. We're gonna grab these next things: electric drive, plasma control, fluid, and then my best one, thermal power. All right. So there's two things I want to show you about the matrix here now that I've got. Do I have a second one? Yes, I do. One, you can stack them. In fact, you can stack them 3 high to start out with. I recommend only 2. You're not going to be building usually enough yet to do a third. Now, it says right here, select mode. So many people don't realize you can do this. On the left side, you produce one of the sciences. On the right side, you choose a research mode. So here's what I do. I produce here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little box here. And just like I do on everything else, we're going to go from the production to the box. I haven't brought in the materials yet. It's those 2 materials over there. But then on the other side, what I do, I build it again. And I feed that. Now, why do I do it this way? That way, if this builds up, I have extra. So this can keep building even if I'm not researching. And there we go. Now what's going to happen is all of these things, every time I build, it's going to go into here and this is going to research it. Pretty self-explanatory, but for some reason a lot of people don't get that the same building does both. Now I just noticed I'm actually running low on power again. So we're going to go ahead and build. We're going to build 20 of these things. I told you by the time I get to the next building, next type of power, I'm going to have a lot of these built by hand. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and run from here to here. And I'm out of items. Of course. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm going to run these two guys into there. Oops, I need to be off one. We'll fix, I mean, it looks ugly right now. Later on, I'll actually have these running so they're a lot more efficient. Right now, I just need them running. You'll notice a lot of the stuff I do at the beginning is not super efficient. I try to get some efficiency out of it. But a good example is like this. I'm only running one, you know. Later on, I will actually be building more of these, have multiple building it, and when it comes in here, it'll actually be coming into over here and feed in so I can get a line of blue science running instead of just one building with it. So now, we now have, you can see in here, we have both our circuit boards and our magnetic coils coming in, making our blue science. Blue science being made, it's being fed into here. You can see it come through. It doesn't store because it's being used right off the bat. And we're ahead and researching everything. So right now I am about an hour in, so we're going to go ahead and stop this video for now. But you can see that's how you get things going. Next video, we're going to go over here and we're going to get coal. We're going to get stone. We're going to expand further. We're going to probably work into our thermal power. We'll probably go hit this iron mine to get more iron coming in. Hit this iron mine. We got multiple iron mines. Jeez. Oh, yeah. I want to show you guys one more thing before I go. This was the other thing I unlocked that's really cool. This is a veins distribution. I click this and it now tells me where each vein is and how much is in it that I can see. If I zoom out to world level, there it is. Look at that. I can tell how much and where it is on the whole planet. I can also look over here and see how much is left on this whole planet. Later I'll research another one which will give me this same information on all the planets in my system, which, if you can tell, I've got, well, pet peeve of mine, just real quick. Planet 1, Planet 2, Planet 3. This is a moon. It even says it's a satellite. It's a moon that goes around. It shouldn't be Planet 3. And there's Planet 4. So technically this is a moon, not a planet, but the game treats it as a planet. But that's okay. I'm not going to be that concerned about it. Anyway, so that's all for today. Thank you guys. If you liked the video, please click the like button. Give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. If you want to see my face, I can do that. I also stream multiple days a week over on Twitch TV /wink_TTV. Link will be down in the description. check it out and come say hi. Let me know you came over from YouTube, and maybe I'll give you a shout out. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again. New video will be coming soon, where we continue this and we keep expanding this base and see how far we can get together. Thanks, everybody.